Madresha Darkaynu is a 1-year in Israel program for students with special needs, girls or boys, who have an opportunity to get to come to Israel for the year. Like all the other seminaries do, so too did we want the students with special needs to be able to say, hey, I also want to go to Israel. I also want a chance to leave and come and to work and to learn and to study and to be part of what's going on in Eretz Israel. Darkaynu has 2 programs, a school for girls and a school for boys. The programs are mirror programs of each other. One just runs at the girls' school and one runs at the boys' school.
Students arrive on the first evening of the year. They get off the buses and there's 30, 40, 50 students come out to greet them, singing, introducing themselves to the new faces. It's a great start to a great year, and it really represents what the whole year is about. In Darkaynu, we offer the full social, academic, and vocational supports of not just the typical year in Israel and the yeshiva or midrasha setting, but we also offer the vocational component. The spending time in a Darkaynu program means spending time as part of a larger mainstream campus. That's what we believe in the side streaming. We flow alongside of them. We do things at our own pace. The word Darkaynu means we do things our way, but we do the same things. We can study real Torah, we can experience Eretz Yisrael, and we can be a part of the crucial independence and development that takes place when you spend the year on your own on a yeshiva or midrasha campus.
The unique character of Darkaynu and the empty place it fills is that this is the only program that there is for these wonderful Jewish souls to spend their gap year post-high school in Israel. These youngsters, more than any other, need to know that they're part of the Jewish community and they have an equal right to study in Israel for the gap year.
In our daily schedule, we have the practical part of our schedule, which teaches us practically life skills and social skills. And then we have the being in Israel and being in Israel for the year, where we have our Torah classes. Our Torah life classes, our life skills, so we learn Torah life skills. Torah life skills means, how am I one day going to keep Shabbat, Chagim, Yadut in general, by myself when I'm no longer in a Mizgeret, in some type of formal program. And we do it very hands-on, very practical learning. The same way we learn life skills, we learn Torah life skills.
When I'm here, I gain a lot of skills. I learn a lot of Torah. I'm feeling that I'm not different being in this program, like feeling I'm like the same as everybody else.
Like, they don't judge you in the way you are, and that's what's great about this program, because you're able to gain vocational skills and at the same time gain skills that you're able to learn to have in common with the rest of the Nabab.
When that class is finished, they then head out and they go to work. Different types of jobs that fit our students and fit their needs and our needs. And hopefully preparing them for what will be in the future of them going out and getting a job.
I work in the kitchen, and sometimes I also work not in the kitchen, like to the tables, see what's missing, and I enjoy it.
Depending on where they are, each student is offered the opportunity to join a team at the occupation of their liking or of their interest. And at that job, they get job training, job coaching, and most importantly, they develop the self-esteem that comes as a result of being a valued member of the team.
I think I'm less nervous if I had a job, you know? And that's great, you know? They have awesome food, they're awesome chefs.
Every time he comes, he works, he asks questions and things that he doesn't know, and gives us a tremendous help to the winery and enables us to work better.
They then return and then there's lunch. The girls can sit with each other, sit by themselves, sit with their friends. All choices are available to them. And the afternoon are filled with classes, back to our social skills and our life skill classes. Again, with the dream and plan is, how do we be independent? How do I make my own lunch when I get home? How do I make something light for dinner by myself? How do I move myself from being someone's daughter to being an independent adult? In front of us, girls. Anyone see where that gold dome is?
Yeah, right there.
Where do you face when you down it? Part of our program at Darkaynu is our Tiyulim, and we go on trips and we experience Israel. Not only do we learn about it and live here and be here, but we also get to go out and really experience it and see it. And knowing that this is our land, our place where we belong.
In our community, there are plenty of opportunities for newness, things that a mainstream kid may take for granted or learn on his or her own. This is something that our students are taught, whether that means laundry. The same is true for visiting the community makolet, the little supermarket here. A student may have been shopping with a parent or a friend or a sibling before, but many of our students haven't gone shopping on their own. They're also taught to compare prices and to decide how to prepare a shopping list. What do we need? We've run out of shampoo. That's something mommy or daddy used to do. Now the student has to make sure that they have enough money to go buy the shampoo. A big part of Darkaynu is giving. We're a population that's so often on the receiving end, and we believe very strongly that as our students are capable of giving back to the community, they are required to give back to the community. On our weekly chesed outings, twice a month, our students go to the local army base, Chatmar Etzion. They go there dressed in army uniforms. They're responsible for whatever the army needs. And that's another big part of our chesed, is that chesed means helping out where help is needed, not just doing things that are fun to help. They learn to be responsible. They learn to be a part of what is happening in Eretz Yisrael and Medinat Yisrael. And they're afforded the opportunity to give back that even some of our Israeli students haven't had.
I really love being here in the army and supporting the RDF. I love it. It's like amazing, it's a big mitzvah.
I feel awesome. I feel like you're supporting Hashem's army.
The greatest gift we can give another is to help that other to become independent and also make a contribution to the world. They're learning and they're giving.
When we created Darkaynu, the concept was that they shouldn't be in their own self-contained program. The idea was they would create it amongst a mainstream group. We live in a Jewish community. We're part of a regular world like everybody else. We want to be like the regular population. And therefore, within our design of our program and our daily program, we set up places in which they could fit in beautifully. Every day, each student learns with a mainstream student from their seminary or from their yeshiva, and they learn b'chavrutot. Although for our students it is so important to have the mainstreaming and to be with the regular students and to hang out with them, we do believe that the wonderful effect of us being with them is how much the other students gain also.
So I've learned a lot from Max. There's some very insightful comments.
The people who are wise are the ones who can learn from other people. That's why we call Talmidei Chacham. So if we weren't learning from each other, we wouldn't be exactly Talmidei Chachamim.
It's a really nice experience. Me and Zahava learned Parsha Shavua. I really gained just the positive energy I get. She's always excited to learn. She's usually the one that says, let's focus, let's learn.
I have a Darkaynu Chavruta, and I find that Darkaynu is a very big asset to this school, whether it be in the Beit Midrash or in the hallway. I love having conversations with them, and we learn pretty dense material together. And it's really nice to feed off each other and see each other's opinions.
When the year's over and it's time for them to go home again, the parents all tell me of how much more independent they seem, how much more self-assured they seem, how they've grown up, how that child they sent us has come home as an adult.
Go, Jake. Go closer.
What basically do we want from our students? I, as an educator, what do I really want from my student? I want him to live up to his intellectual and emotional potential. And most of us don't live up to our potentials. We do far less than what our potentials would enable us to do if only we gave it enough effort. I want to tell you that these Darkaynu students go beyond their potential. They're doing magnificently well, and they're giving it their all. And it's a privilege to have such a program and to be in contact with such students.